fabulous people, and welcome back to the Thaddeus Art studio. I have to say, my favorite thing to do outside of the studio is to be out at the art shows, connecting with you, sharing my work and vision with you, and hearing your stories. Since we won't be able to do that for a while, I thought it'd be fun to do a virtual tour of my 2020 collection. So I actually sat down for an interview earlier today where I talk about my new pieces. So here right now is that interview. Hello everybody and welcome to Uncorked, where I get all the deets on today's hot celebrities. While I couldn't find a celebrity today, I did run into local talented artist Peter Thaddeus, and he's going to go ahead and share a bit about his 2020 painting collection with us. Well, it's great to be with you today, Peter, and I want to say thank you so much for hosting us in your marvelous art studio. And look at this sofa, look how big! We can sit on the same sofa and still social distance, how neat!
No problem. It's great to be with you, Champagne. To be honest, I didn't even know you were a reporter. I thought you were...
I do other things, Peter. Look. I've got a badge. And you can call me Ms. Toast.
Ms. Toast.
So, Peter, tell me, you have some fabulous artwork. What is your favorite piece?
That's a common question I get.
So I'm just asking questions that have already been asked. Okay, this is fine. This is fine.
No, it's a fair question. So my favorite piece is most often a newer piece that I've created. You know, you spend so many hours on a showpiece. It's still fresh in your mind and you're so really excited about it. So right now that piece for me is called And Then We Danced. I really love this piece because it embodies my pride collection, celebrating life, love, and pride in an inclusive and expressive way.
Ooh, I love pride.
The idea behind this piece is not that the world is always wonderful and that everyone should always be happy. It's really the opposite. You know, we all go through our struggles and challenges, and we just hope at the end of the day to be able to celebrate with our loved ones. And that's why it's called And Then We Danced. It's a message of real optimism, not blind optimism.
And the ball at the top, what does that represent?
What does it look like to you?
Ah, I see what you did there.
So as much as the ball is not the emotional heart of And Then We Danced, it did inspire me to create this next piece. It's a 4-foot by 4-foot painting, so such a simple design concept, but when it's blown up so big, using my drip technique in the full spectrum of color, it really makes an impact. The highlights and the shadows in this piece to me made it look like an eclipse, so that's why I called it that. And to answer your question, in both pieces, the ball really is in the eye of the beholder as to what it actually is.
So Peter, tell me, how long does it take to create a piece?
Yeah, that's probably my most asked question.
So that's also been asked before.
It really depends on the size and complexity of the piece. A painting like Eclipse takes about 200 hours because of all the details and layers and the drips and all that. But I really don't keep track of hours on every single piece.
So Peter, I love your animals. Tell us why you paint the animals you do.
So I've painted all different kinds of animals over the years, and the main determining factor as to what animal I'm going to paint next is if I have a design idea in mind to make it fit into my style. This year I started off with penguins. I have been intrigued with them since I was little, and I think they're adorable, so I thought it would be a great animal to start off with. In Proud Penguins, you see the 2 guardian penguins with the baby penguin. In the background is my drip motif that I started in 2019, and you may notice that I have incorporated this motif into almost all of my new pieces this year. In Penguin Party, I decided to do the penguins all different colors, and I gave special attention to the little purple one who is jumping, because if you notice penguins out in the wild, they do the most adorable little things, and I thought a jumping penguin would be pretty awesome. So I threw that in there, and if you'll notice the drip motif in the background of this one, I altered it a little bit to become icicles, add a little ice, a little sparkle.
Fantastic, I love this sparkle, nice touch. What was the name of that piece again?
Penguin Party.
Penguin Party.
Did you really need to write all this down? I'm pretty sure it's being recorded on...
Did you just try and mansplain my job to me?
No. But you know what? Since we're on the topic of animals, I brought something for you. It's my new note cards.
I do different sets each year, and this happens to be my new animals. There's 5 different note cards in this set.
It's got my penguins on the front. Who are you?
Yeah, man, I'm Grayson. I'm like this summer intern.
Well, you're definitely ahead of the game on the whole summer thing.
Yeah, so I'm what they call an overachiever.
So where exactly is Miss Toast?
Oh, yeah, man. She went to go take a leak.
Okay, it's fine. Maybe just go ahead and check her notes and see where she left off.
Sure, bro, I got it. Yeah, it looks like it's just her signature over and over again.
Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and keep talking about my art. I want to go ahead and talk about my phases painting. And it is depicting 5 different phases of the moon. And it uses my drip motif that I've used, like I said, in all of my pieces this year. I have done a lot of celestial paintings in the past, and one thing I love about them is that it always brings back that color scheme, the deep, vivid blues and purples and all that, kind of a change from some of the other work that I do as far as color goes. One thing I love about this painting too is the size of it and the proportion. So a 72-inch wide by 24-inch tall painting goes great above a sofa, above a large bed, any area where you need a big horizontal piece. It just looks fabulous.
Ooh, I'm back. Sorry, potty break. So your outside door was locked, but I did run into a kindly lumberjack who was able to kind of finagle his way into the house for me. The little axe.
The side door is open.
Ooh. Well, then this has to be one of the less productive trips to the restroom that I've taken. But I do love the sign on your door, the gender-neutral restroom sign. That's really cute. Are you going to tell us all about your Pride series?
Yeah, I am actually going to be making a whole episode about my Pride collection.
Oh, good. Well, I'm really looking forward to that. Now, where were we?
So why don't I go ahead and talk about my deck of card paintings. Pair of kings and pair of queens. I like to have a little fun with my work, a little play on words is kind of fun there. But it is a tribute to the LGBTQ community, in addition to being a celebration of life and love. For the design of these 2 pieces, I used the patterns on the actual cards, blew them up, stylized them, and used the triadic color scheme in order to create the piece. I love working with fashion in my work. I love to create outfits for people. They don't have to be realistic or even practical. It could be whatever my imagination can come up with, and to me, that's pure freedom as an artist.
Fascinating. So if I wanted you to do a custom piece for me, is that something you'd be able to do?
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, I'm going to be doing a whole show
on the subject of custom pieces. Okay, can't talk about that either. This is fine. This episode's going to be a real ratings bonanza. So let's get to the gossip. I hear that you don't eat while you're working.
You mean at the art shows? Yeah, no, I don't. I'm there to converse with people and interact with people, and I don't like the idea of shoving food in my face and having to do that at the same time.
Let's test that theory, shall we? I sent out our summer intern Grayson to get a cheeseburger for our guest. Will he eat it? Let's find out.
Yeah, so I got like a hot meat sandwich here.
Oh, yeah, no thank you. I've got the whole interview situation going on right now. Thanks.
So the rumors are true. Fascinating.
Shall we get back to my 2020 collection?
You do you, boo.
So the main thing I do at art shows is interact with other people and share my visual message with them. And it becomes especially interesting when folks come in my booth that maybe we don't speak the same language. So we're sitting here trying to communicate with each other about the artwork, not speaking the same language. I find one of the most interesting and expressive languages to be sign language. It's both necessary and expressive, just like art. So in a tribute to sign language, I created Love Sign. And it is literally a sign of love, with a rainbow and my drip motif background. This painting, entitled Love, is a pretty good example of a piece with multiple meanings. So you can see the word love, of course, spelled out in sign language. But if you notice, the hands are all different colors. So it represents different skin tones within each hand, representing different races of people. And of course, there's also the rainbow flag backdrop done in drip motif.
Well, Peter, thank you so much for sharing your new collection with us today. While your attitude could definitely use some adjustment, your work really is fabulous. Why don't you go ahead and share with our viewers how they can find some of your work online? Well, thank you so much, Ms. Toast. It's been fabulous spending some time with you today. And you all can follow me online. ThaddeusArt.com is my website, at Thaddeus_Art on Instagram, and at Peter Thaddeus Art on Facebook. Oh, hey, Peter, before we leave, can you paint me like one of your French girls? Yeah, like I haven't heard that one before. Oh, come on!